A galactic civil war spreads across the stars. From the heights of Coruscant to fiery Mustafar, to fight the evil empire, for people join the fray. These are the heroes of the Hydian Way.
Welcome to Heroes of the Hydian Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing in Edge Studios' Age of Rebellion system. This is Arc 3, Episode 7 of The Hard Road. And I'm Ben, the GM for this adventure, and I'm using they-them pronouns.
Hey, I'm Erica Goodwitch. I use she/her pronouns, and I'm playing Norrin Gremian, they/them, engineer-scientist.
I'm Zach. I use they/them pronouns. I play the spy known as Shin Shazen, who uses he/him pronouns. It's an infiltrator interrogator.
Hi, I'm Henry. I use she/they pronouns, and I will be playing Isasel Ahn, who uses she/her pronouns, the ship pilot and captain.
And I'm Joy. I use she/her, and I play Key Georgievich, a sharpshooter.
To learn more about our characters, we get one to ask the rest a question. Today's turn, it is Isazel's.
So, when Isasel decided to ask this, she waited till everyone's getting ready to, we're probably in hyperspace, we're probably getting ready to go to sleep for a little bit, and she likes bringing people, we're always in the mess, but I was like, you know what, everyone, let's go into the cockpit, just enjoy the passing lights of hyperspace. I have a little question I want to ask everyone. Just nothing strange. And when everyone's there, she just looks at everyone's like, okay, serious though. Do not think that I'm pulling your leg or anything, but I want to ask all of you. Have you ever had a supernatural experience? Like something that can't be explained with logic, reasoning, or science. Something that just is beyond.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yes, Ghidra, go on.
Oh,
These two are boring.
You want to hear about it, or do you just? I thought it was yes, no question. You want to know what happened? Okay, so
I would like to.
Okay. So one day I was out in the woods, and it's just me, and I'm hunting, and I have my deer in sight, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be very quiet because that's what I do. I quiet. But then I hear my name, but there's nobody in the forest. They're all back at the village, right? And I'm like, why do I hear my name? And then I hear a little girl giggle, and it freaks me out because there's no little girl in my village that sound like that. So I was like, what? What's going on? And then I see a little girl run. So I follow her, and she just disappear. Like there are cliffs, and she just disappeared. Like she didn't go off the cliff. She's just not there. So I went home because I was scared. I just hear giggle all the way, and I went to my village. And once I hit my village and where the lights shine from the campfires, then there was no sound. And but yeah, it really really made me scared. So if you go out at nighttime and you are alone, if you hear somebody say your name or somebody giggle, just run. You don't want to stay. No, you don't. I'm pretty sure that whatever it was very bad. So yeah, no.
I mean, my uncle used to make us go to, service and stuff, but it didn't really stick. Yes, I may occasionally, when I am anxious or something, or concerned that I may be dying because I'm lost to the void of space, you may hear me mutter some prayers. It's just a habit from school.
That's very interesting on both of you.
Why is it that the way that you pronounced school made it seem like that's not where it was a habit from?
Well, I went to one of those religious schools because my uncle was a jerk, and it was not a fun time.
Okay, so it's enunciation because the school sucked. Got it.
Totally.
Well, What if I told all of you that I once met and spoke, and trust me when I say this, a ghost?
I believe it.
Like a Star Weird? Aren't those just legends?
No, like, it was this was back on Canary. I was alone adventuring in the forest, just looking around because something always pulled me away. Something always seemed to call to me. And one day I was by a river, little ways off from my village, and I heard someone, and they kept calling to me. So I went looking for them, and I looked for them maybe an hour or two, and I just kept feeling like something pulling me. And eventually, I don't know when or how, but I found myself in the river, and then I woke up at the edge of the river, far away from home. I had no idea how long I'd been there, and there was just this older woman sitting over me, and I could see through her completely. I could see I was laying down, she was above me, and I could see the stars through her, but she was there, and she started speaking to me, and I could barely remember what she was talking about, but she kept going on about being like her, being connected to something, but it didn't make any sense because, well, I was alive and she wasn't. And I never understood what she was talking about, but she started telling me about stories, and it's hard to remember, but I just remember stories of people and other storytellers that came before her and kept telling me that I was like her, and then eventually I fell back asleep and woke up. And when I came back home, no one believed me. But I promise you, I did see a ghost. And I was just hoping maybe someone else had seen one.
I believe it. Anything is
Well,
possible in the forest. This is so scary.
Norin kind of opens their mouth like they're going to say something, thinks better of it, and then just sort of crosses their arms.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. Norin.
Shen.
Norin.
Don't throw stones in glass houses.
I have no idea what that means.
It means they have secrets. So, like, maybe she likes to look at pictures of toes, and maybe he likes to, like, call people and make pranks. We don't know. They got
You like to
secrets.
prank people? No way, Norin.
Both of your experiences sound like the Force.
Well, it
The
was in the
Force?
forest.
No,
I don't know.
The Force, the mystical energy that binds all living things together. Yada yada.
That's a thing?
Yes, it's a thing. There was a relatively widespread mainstream sect who followed the Force up until the Empire's founding. There's a lot of different cultures, mine included, that has religious practices dedicated to this. It's a well-documented phenomena that has many eccentricities that happen.
Should I have followed the girl and, like, talked to her? I just got scared.
I mean, I'm no mystic. I'm just. It could be that you did exactly the right thing. It could be that maybe there was something to discover by following. I don't know. If your gut told you to run away, that was probably the correct thing to do.
So are any of these people still around, or you still sitting there with legitimate confusion because she came to the galaxy after all this? Like, she's looking at Norn like, I've never heard of this. Well, except
There was a sect of people called the Jedi, and they tried to overthrow the Chancellor and instate a coup, and they were eradicated because of it. If you would like to do some reading on Force religions don't include the J word because you might end up on some watch lists.
I think you may have a weird interpretation of how things went down. We'll have to talk about this later.
That's the official record. What did...
Man, I've seen some things, and we'll talk. We'll talk. This isn't the place. There's too many stuff.
Just started thinking at this particular point is when Hookman would walk past.
Hookman.
Just quietly.
Glances at Hookman. Don't use the J word.
Okay, we cannot have jelly.
We will not go to Jeddah.
So we can't say Jedi? I mean, you're probably right. I mean, definitely don't put it in your search bar. Yeah, that's probably a good point.
The Jedi were definitely a thing. They did some inspirational things, and fighting alongside them has been an experience. But yeah, the time of them is past. Now it is this, where even our brothers aren't safe.
You safe with me. I'm good at shooting, okay?
We're safe on this side of the scope.
Right. Well, we'll see about that.
I protect you.
As the discussion happens, the camera dissolves from looking at the bridge of the Codfather with Hookman standing there to Izazel and Hookman on the roof of a fairly tall apartment building that is not structurally sound and has just gotten its residents out. If you look over the side, there's a group of probably 100 to 200 of them outside, and they're looking up at this place that they've lived for months or years, that you can see cracks going up the side. The place where they came out, there's a hole going up 5 floors. Most of them came out on the second floor down a ramp of debris. And now they're all moving away from there, but in a very calm and controlled fashion. They seem to be going in the direction that Izazel told them to head towards the Codfather. There at the top of the building is Izazel and Hookman. Hookman's in very much the I'm a retired clone trooper armor. Has a helmet, has a chest plate. They've got the bracers, but they don't really have the upper arm portion. And they do have the legs and leg armor stuff, but he's very much gotten in the Gregor style of clone trooper armor, where it's a little bit more relaxed. Then there's him and Izazel. They're essentially trapped up there. The staircase has collapsed from about the 40th floor down, and the turbo lift had fallen. Izazel and Hookman were able to belay some people down the shaft itself from the roof all the way down. And now it is just the two of them. In getting those people down the turbo lift shaft, there's just the winch that is there at the top. There's some of the turbo lift cables, but nothing that actually looks stable. As the camera looks just before we cut in, there's a slight tremor that goes through that causes a little cloud of dust to come off of the damaged roof there, as off in the distance a plume of smoke rises.
So how about we don't tell the rest of the crew about that until we need to? It's the commander's definitely going to be told, but let's not tell Norin right away.
Right, well, it is one of the reasons we did bring them here. Just didn't think we'd be needing their specialities on something like this. No. This was supposed to be something like treating bar brawls. And then there's this. Oh, this.
Well, We're on the roof and no one can hear us, so Hookman, you feel that something's wrong here, right? There's that Star Destroyer, the explosion, being attacked when we were coming to help. Something's wrong here. It's more than what we were told.
Uh, is very much the case. With the crippling things that the Empire's done, this is something that they have done. I wonder what set it off. Could have been a single captain having a fit of pique, or, well, could have been a demonstration that got too far out of line. You know how it is. As soon as the Imperials get scared, the blasters come out. But why are we here? Why did ISI get called ahead of time?
It was strange. So many died at once. It was nightmarish.
Yeah. Okay, I need someone else to do the roll on this. Could I get someone to do a 2 yellow, 2 purple check? Because I'm figuring it's Hookman trying to remember stuff from the war.
Zach, you should do it because Shen was also at the war.
I didn't realize I was muted. I coughed again and muted myself. Yeah, I could do the roll. What was the call out again?
It is going to be 2 yellow and 2 purple.
Zach was also in the war. 2 advantages. 2 advantage.
Are you saying that you felt this, Captain?
Yes, when we were waiting to come up, right before I started moving the ship, I just felt like thousands of voices screamed and then went silent. I can't explain it.
That crash definitely jumbled all of us. Maybe you're just realizing what happened afterwards and backdating the whole memory.
But
Yeah.
I felt that it was... She shakes her head. I can't focus on that right now. We're in trouble and I need to make sure you're okay. And she can't... Isasel goes over to tries to find the side of the building that's street facing, because she's gonna trying to look over and see if she could see are there any land speeders down there? Because if you're thinking about it, I'm willing to use one of our I was beat to it.
I was wanting to see how many we had. Apparently it's balanced again.
Oh, let me imbalance that. I want to use one. Because... Go for it.
I was just wanting to bring it up. I didn't actually use one.
Oh, okay. Because I want to use one that there's a decently sized land speeder that's upside down near the building on the street side. For reasons in a second.
Okay, I can totally go with that.
Yay! So I'll use that point. He's kind of looks over, sees that, and is Hookman, I have an idea, but I must ask a question. How much do you trust me?
Well, Commander, I trust you quite a bit. We've been to the Shab House and back.
So trust this. I have done this once before. Not this high, but I've done it once before. And kind of open my comms to Jones and the M1 and M2 that I have with us. Jones, Ems, do you copy?
Yes. We're here, Captain.
Okay, Jones, Ems, there's an upside-down land speeder on the street side of the building. But it's upside down. I need you to, Jones, get the Ems there. I have an idea of getting us down.
Okay. Come on, you middle minions, off. And then, Jones is crawling them off to the land speeder. Going with actually, it's a relatively large one, sedan, almost SUV size.
Okay, Hookman, this is the trick we used to do back in my pod racing days. Have you ever heard of a repulsor trampoline?
Commander, I've been through the Clone Wars. I've heard about every Griffin thing. Ugh. Do you know how fine the timing has to be at these speeds?
It's incredibly fine. But we're going to have it's the Ems, myself, and Jones. We're all going to work together to make this happen. because looks around, listens to the building, feels it. I don't think we have a lot of time. And I did not bring enough rope for this.
In that case, sure. So, meta-wise, I know what you're wanting to do. How are you wanting to get them to do it?
As soon as they get over there, Risa gets on, is like, okay, Ems, I need you two to prepare the repulsors on that land speeder. We're going to set up we're going to override the safeties on there to pulse when I tell you to, okay? And at full power, we don't need to save any fuel on this one. Jones, you are going to be being an eye for the M's. You and me are going to do our best to triangulate our fall and time this out right. M's, you only focus on hitting the button when I tell you to, okay?
Okay, Captain. Yes. We are ready down here.
Okay. So when she jumps, essentially what I want to do is when we jump, to use my field commander action to try to time this perfectly.
All right.
So I need to make an average leadership check, and I can affect allies equal to twice my presence to suffer 1 strain to perform a free maneuver, which I'm hoping is just activate repulsor once they're ready to go.
I mean, sure. I fully do think that should be 2 reds instead of 2 purples. One's for just full out difficulty, and one's PSM upgrading. Because a super dangerous thing really feels like it should be just red anyway, and then that as well. So 2
this is
reds.
gonna be sick. All right, sweet. Someone burn that point back for me because I'm gonna upgrade my green to yellow. It's like we are going to make this entertaining.
And the little baby Jedi go doing super dangerous, unnecessary stunts already.
Oh, it's great. I love this. And
yeah.
Can I
and
argue
this is all without enhance.
Right?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll say that's the next one. But can I argue for a boost because Jones's computer brain is helping me with the trigonometry on this one?
All right, I can go with that.
All right, sweet. I think that might be it for boost. And when we're about to jump, Isasel kind of puts out her hand to grab Hookman's hand. Look, she believes in herself, but she is still terrified. She's on the top of a very tall building, and she's looking at Hookman. She's like, "We need to invest in jetpacks."
Commander, maybe some grab sheets would be in order.
That we're looking into that as well. Okay, and the moment she's everyone ready? All right. Rolling and oh no! Okay. So I have a failure, 3 advantages, and a despair. I have an idea for the 3 advantages.
Okay.
Can the 3 advantages be Hookman is at least mostly okay?
Okay. Yeah, I can go with that.
And then I will let you do what you need to do with that failure and despair.
So it obviously isn't working. At least for the failures that the M's get a little too antsy and trigger it ahead of time so that the repulsor's not going off at the right time. Okay, so what I'm wanting to get is someone to roll a 2 yellow and a green versus 2 red, 2 purple, and a setback.
All right, so you said 2 yellow and a green.
Yep.
2 red, 2 purple, and 2 setback?
Yes. And if anyone's wanting to modify, it's Puckman attempting to do an athletics check.
Do we want to use another force point for Hookman?
I mean, I'm not opposed. Hookman.
All right, Hookman, save my life. I'll take that point off in a second. Oh god, oh lordy. 2 failure, a threat, and a triumph? What?
Wow, what?
There goes my easy out of this. So that was a long, long way to fall. Now, I need to get an athletics or coordination check off of Hookman and Izazel.
I'll do that one because I have coordination. Actually, no, I have 3 agility, so.
This one's going to be individual for both. He
Okay.
would have the 2 yellow and a green. Sorry, let me describe what that roll was.
Got it.
So the repulsor kicks off too early by a few seconds. The 2 of you are falling down the side of a building, and Hookman tries to do the extremely Jedi, like he's seen Jedi, he's seen some clone troopers do this, and he tries to jam his rifle into the side of the building to slow the 2 of you down, because you're still holding hands. He's trying to do that. He fails. It doesn't slow down enough, and does cause him a strain, but does have the triumph off of it. So what I'm figuring is that he's giving the 2 of you a chance to roll and lessen it, like lessen the range band that you are falling.
I have an idea, but I need to roll a force die to see if I can pull off the idea.
All right,
Because
go ahead.
I desperately need 2 pips. I desperately need 2 pips. I desperately need 2 pips. I have
No.
1 pip.
No.
What can I do at 1 pip? Oh, my brain is racking of what can I do with 1 pip to help us? You know what? I'm not going to use it because I can't do anything with it, so... Hookman's trying to grab, not working. Issa's on, trying to hold, what's it called? Hookman in place, not working. So it's just like, oh, you know what? I'll just use it for I do have, okay, because maybe mine will work. I do have a fusion cutter on my belt. Can I try to do what Hookman just did? Because I could use that 1 white light side force pip to pull it to my free hand and just try to jam it into the wall. And just try to melt it in there.
Okay, I'll go with that. Sure.
Just seeing Hookman do it and just, oh, I hope this works. Pull it, yank it to my hand, and just jam it into the wall as best I can.
Yeah, I can go with that. I'm not entirely certain which would be a better one of doing it, because it really feels like an athletics kind of thing or a melee kind of thing.
Turn the same roll for me. Alright, what's my difficulty to shove this in?
I am thinking that it's going to be the same as Hookman's roll for it, where it's going to be 2 red, 2 purple, and 2 setback.
This is gonna be great. I'm definitely using that last destiny point, by the way. So... Oh, we are
Please.
just...
I mean, one of the reds is coming from me using a point, so...
Okay. Oh, this is about to be great, so... Trying to think, do I have anything else that can help me here? Okay. No, it's not gonna work. Let's see. Okay, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to decide this because okay, I'm gonna explain what I want to do. Where I want to get this 1 boost. So I have an ability called Quick Strike, which adds 1 boost per rank of Quick Strike to combat checks against targets that have not acted in this encounter. Can I count the building as a target?
I'll go with it, sure.
So we'll call this is a melee check. Oh, y'all might need to find a new captain in a second. I'm gonna roll and hope for the best. Are you kidding me?
No way.
So here's
Wow.
the
Dogs
thing:
cancel out.
when you go to do Jedi stuff, is you need to actually be a Jedi.
Yeah.
Details.
Just...
Okay, wow. Okay, so now I do need to get the 2 purple athletics check or coordination check. And I will toss in one upgrade for each based on the triumph from Hookman's attempted drag.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna do mine. Can someone do Hookman? Which is since we're upgrading his athletics, I'm guessing that would be 3 yellow.
Yeah, his would be 3 yellow, and
I'll
Izazel
take care of
gets whatever.
Yeah, I'm doing coordination, so I'll have yellow and 2 green.
Yellow.
So I'll roll the captains. Oh no, a failure and an advantage.
Oof.
And 2 purples.
2 purple, yeah.
Ooh,
2
nice.
success, a threat, and a triumph.
I have an idea for that triumph
Okay.
that could work. Because we're slowing ourselves at least a little bit on the way down. Repulsor,
Yep.
failed. Stab the wall, failed. Stab the wall again, failed. But it's slowing us down slightly. What if Jones can see us having trouble? This is not going to work. Can Jones do you saw the same move that okay, I'm gonna reference the movie. The move that Mr. Incredible used to save that one dude in the beginning of the first Incredibles movie. Can Jones attempt to do the same thing of tackle us horizontally to try to save us?
I'm going to go with. I've got something very similar to that, but not Jones.
Oh.
I mean, is there a more perfect time for Lone to show up?
Yes! How did I forget?
I love Lone.
Okay, that being said, I'm going to go with yes, but with it being Jones is yelling and trying to motivate the M's to get the repulsor lift going again so that he can jump up there. Like, come on, do it. You went too early. Come on. And it's looking ready to try and jump up or do whatever. Like, he is a battle droid. He's a commando droid. They can jump a bit. Like, they were built to fight Jedi. Or at least wipe out clone troopers. But he's mostly arguing with the M's. He's looking up, kind of getting into that. And then I'm thinking that as the two of you are sort of bouncing along this wall coming down, I am then this large, like, Lone is a Silhouette 2 load lifter and is just like thump coming in, and then plants one of their massive feet on the land speeder, causing it to also shoot out the repulsor pulse again, kind of like what Jones was wanting, but Lone is able to do it just from stepping on it and then causing it to just almost disintegrate. So he's up flying, grabs the two of you, and is able to roll in. So my thinking is that I'm still doing falling damage. Initially, it was from long range. Then the average roll was to shorten it by a range band. Oh, sorry. Each success reduces the damage by 1. Each advantage reduces the strain by 1, and each triumph reduces the distance by 1 range band. My thinking being is that it takes it from essentially long range and makes it into medium range, which is still bad, but not there goes people splatting bad.
Glad we have a medical ship all of a sudden. Hey, Shen, do you want some more surgery?
Mechanically, we're talking for both of you, it's going to be now 30 damage and 20 strain. Soak does reduce, but it's also 30 damage.
I would fall, even with the soak reduction would be...
Which, okay, there is one thing that I do want to point out, is technically we stop recording damage once you have at double your wound. So...
Oh, I wouldn't be at double at my wound, at least.
You would?
No, because I have 12 wound, and 30.
30,
I did my math wrong in my head.
Yeah.
Yep, never mind. It would be double my wound.
But you have soak, though, right?
3 soak.
Yeah. Which takes it to 27.
And I have 12 wounds, so 24 is double.
Thankfully, that's all in one go, which means, and when you go past your wound threshold, you do take a crit. In this case, it is just a crit.
Alrighty.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Okay. So that one is crit 95, a hard crit, which is at the brink. Crit 95. The target suffers 1 strain each time they perform an action. No end date on it. It's essentially until healed.
Oh, these poor droids are sitting there with Hookman and Isel just like on the floor at the brink. At a crumbling building nearby. Alright, let me add to my notes. At the brink. Don't worry, all this means I'm not dead yet. Give me 5 minutes though.
It's a good thing Shin has stem sticks.
I don't think stem sticks are really going to help Isabel. Oh, you mean for Shen?
Yeah, this
they'll
is for
keep
Shin.
Shin long enough to do some surgery.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think Norin might need to scrub up at this point.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Is that for Hookman?
This is for Hookman, yeah. Which gets overpowered, but I don't see how that actually works, so...
Like winded or something, maybe? I don't know.
I'm just going to go with Pezza 2 crit.
Yep.
Alright. Well, this has definitely gone a different direction.
I am nothing if not unexpected.
I mean...
Oh yeah, should I have taken any boosts for having the medical pod or the droids earlier?
I think you mentioned you probably should have had 2 boosts.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
It's more
It's just a
interesting
high.
this way. Yeah.
Well, I mean, also at 2 boosts, there's no way you can direct it back up to a wash, but
Yeah.
boost can only have a single success. I'm thinking that, yeah, with the Crush of Lone tackling the 2 of you out of the air, Lone runs up, jumps off of the overturned land speeder, is able to catch the 2 of you, is able to control that, but even still, you're falling so far, you do still take the injury from that. And I'm thinking that's where it would be a whip pan of seeing Lone jump in and through onto a floor as he keeps on rolling, and the camera just keeps following and then passes through, and then we see Shen. All of a sudden, as Shen is going through and working on amputating the back portion of this hut's tail, all of a sudden, all these indicators start going off, and there's something that has happened. Maybe it's a drug interaction, but the operation is turning very poorly. At that point, the B1 M3 comes in. M3's coming over, trying to start helping.
The 2 failures, 4 advantage, 1 despair.
Yeah, that's it.
I wrote it down.
There was another roll in between that was pretty dang close to that, just not despair. Yeah, at this particular point, the amputation has taken a very bad turn. Everything is starting to... The warning notifications are popping off and sort of screaming at Shen at this point. OU is attempting to help out and trying to calm things down. So at the moment, the tail portion has been detached. It does look like there's a lot of fluids that are coming out in a unexpected fashion, that the hut seems to be bleeding pretty much more than anyone expected at this point. OU is attempting to cauterize as quickly as possible and trying to make sure that the hut isn't bleeding out, but it is touch and go at the moment.
All right, medics, I need you to, while Ouch is over here doing the soldering, I need you to find more fluids, get a sample of this, analyze it, find out what proper fluids for this hut's physiology we need, and have the M's go grab it and bring it back. We need to get this done now.
Absolutely. Yeah, he'll shift off to start scanning the samples. I'm thinking that another medicine check should be happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This time I will take advantage of all of my tools. Oh, I will also use a destiny point for this if we have.
That's
It's
not
that kind of a
ominous.
day.
That's not ominous at all.
You said 2 boosts for having droids and the ship
Yeah,
pod?
you'll have 2 boosts.
Okay. I'm assuming there's a crit also that needs to be.
Honestly, that's what we're working on.
Okay.
We're doing on the crit that he's got. Because I had rolled at some points in one of them for he also has at the brink.
Oh, it's the same one. Okay, so it's
Almost
3
the
per.
same roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am using a
Yeah.
destiny point on that. Not just on account of so overpush. So it's going to be 1 red, 2 purple, and a setback. You're getting 2 boosts from the help that you're getting.
Mm-hmm. All right. 3 success, 2 threat. Yes. Thank you. I didn't kill a hut. That part of tail is not going to grow back. This is a deforming scar, maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. It's at this point, if the proper salve and Bacta had been applied at the right time, it would be able to grow back. But on account of the fluids and all that, and the need to cauterize the wound instead of being able to apply Bacta properly, it's not going to grow back. I am using a destiny point to say, no, you don't have a hut-sized Bacta tank.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's probably something that was. Yeah.
I mean, who would think that you need a hut-sized Bacta tank?
Right.
I can imagine that was a conversation before leaving. Just like, do you think we need a hut size back to take? And just shed, just no. Why?
The huts have private medical stuff. They don't. Why would they need? They don't deal with common stuff like us. Do you know some of those huts wear armor? Sorry.
I am thinking that at this point is when the Clatuinian shows up for the 2 threat. I do declare, what is going on in here?
You are not scrubbed up. What are you doing in here? Get out! I'm trying to save this hut's life.
What have you been doing?
I said get out!
Why is a hut in 2 pieces?
It could be worse. Get out! I'm gonna try to leadership this person. I have no leadership, by the way. Or maybe coerce. Oh, maybe coerce.
Coercion does.
Yeah,
You are sounding much more coercion.
I think I have skills for this too. As an interrogator. I think I'm intimidating. Yes, I am. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna roll the coerce.
It's going to be against 2 red and a purple.
What? Oh no. I would like to upgrade.
Oh, by far, yes.
And also I have intimidating, which suffers a number of strain to downgrade the difficulty of the check. So downgrade just means I turn one of the reds purple.
Correct.
Okay. And I will suffer that strain, which I believe is just 1 because it's my rank.
I mean, it still gets it down so that you can't double despair.
Right. Oh gosh, that's my luck. That's what I'm worried about. I'm like, I need to get that 2nd level. I shouldn't have spent all that XP in other places. What was I thinking?
How often have you need to use it?
Not often enough. 2 failures. Oh no.
I'm figuring that you're not able to clear him out, but he isn't getting any more agitated by it. That it's not getting worse, it's not getting better. Just he is there, he is looking and going up to the face of the hut and is not exactly blubbering, but blubbering. Like, you can tell that they're friends, or like, it's definitely more than a work social relationship. It's
I
at
got
least
you.
a after hours social relationship, if not more.
Hey! I understand that this isn't like the best time, but we really need to be careful. Things were touch and go there, real quick, and we don't want to move the hut around too much. If they, we don't want any of this conversation to come open, and they're probably not feeling the best. Just be easy, Just stay here, like in the on the side. I have a chair for you. Just stay here. Try not to move the hut around too much, please. It's for their good. They should be stable.
Stable?
We did the best we could with the tools that we had on hand. We didn't have the specific accommodations needed, but we made do.
Yes. I can see that here. You've done it about as good as I can expect. I was not expecting Vigo here to live. So you have my thanks, and I do say you will have his when he comes to, whenever that may be.
All right. Well, you can stay in here and stay with them. Just like I said, try not to get too up in it. I need to go and help some other folks. If anything happens, any alarms go off, just holler. I'll be on my way back.
The Clatunian will nod and turn his back to you.
Yep. Shin walks out, takes off both masks, and pulls the goggles up over his face, and it's just like, I need a drink. And moves on to the next patient.
Yeah, Norn comes into the back just as you're saying that. It's just like, no time for that.
I know. Now the hut's gonna make it a little shorter now, but
Okay, so I am thinking that this is a point where Trellway appears. And it's like, oh, I got a message. I got the the long-range communication suite online for at least a few moments.
Excellent.
I was able to get a few downloaded recordings. I was able to update ISR about our status. Well, at least that we're on the ground. I might not have mentioned we might not be able to make it off of the ground, though.
oh, good. I was worried about you. You'll be just fine on this crew.
First Officer Norin, this did come in. It was directed from a personal message for you. And hands you a recording chit.
A personal message? That's not exactly the time right now.
Oh, yes,
no.
yes. I perfectly understand. But it's something that I thought that was best for me to distribute lest I forget it and not get it to you. Absolutely listen to it at your earliest convenience, Portia. But I wanted to make sure you had it, otherwise I would be remiss, and I would be failing in my duties.
Thank you. Do you at least have the context of this personal call?
Oh, the message had all the hallmarks of being from one of our dalliances are wanting to get in contact with us. And we are in between locations. We have a voice messaging service that takes a recording for us. The routing is from some place called Papa Chase. Beyond that, it has a family marking, and thus it's not mine. If it is something from a family and friends and very adore, the recipient must certainly be the first one to hear instead of my intrusive and knowing ears. Wait, did I just say that out loud? My bad.
Okay, all right. Should be longer than a minute. Norin plugs it in so that they can hear whatever the message is. It's family. It's probably just something that I can address later, but this will at least be good to know.
Norin, I'm on Papa Chase for a thing with the conservatory, and weird things are happening here. I hope you're doing well. There's an organization called the Wandering Star that's apparently after everybody on your ship, which sounds kind of dumb and nonsensical since you just work for like a rescue organization. But yeah, thought you should know that. I'm gonna go now. Love you. Bye.
The Wandering Star? What is she going on about? Shen, do you know of an organization called the Wandering Star?
Ben, do I know about an organization called the Wandering Star?
I recall two
Oh
advantages
yeah, that was
not too long ago.
the Starburst. Wait, Wandering Star. Wait, hold on. Goes back and looks at the hut, like peeks in the door. Yeah, I think I know something. I don't know much, but I know of them at least enough to look something up.
Okay, well, apparently they are looking for us enough to bother our family, my family members.
I'm pretty sure they're associated with the underworld.
Lovely.
Yeah. I don't know. We're not very far forward, are we, Ben? We're pretty far out,
No.
aren't we?
You're about mid-rim.
I mean, they're not based around here. They're a lot more forward than we are, but it's probably not the best if, seedy organizations are looking for us.
Okay, well, this is a problem going on the back burner for right now. Let me get in touch with the captain and check up on her progress.
All right, I'm gonna go in the other surgery bay. Have fun.
Wait.
I am figuring like that is the perfect dramatic time when Lone shows up with both of their load-lifting arms carrying one person each.
Some alarms.
They are holding up the captain and Hookman, one in each, and they walk in, set them down as gently as possible onto adjacent beds, and then just slowly slip them out. No one could have set them down in a more gentle or reverent fashion.
Aww.
Then, Lone does not speak much. Honestly, I'm not entirely certain if anyone beyond Kedra has really heard him. And just says, "They fell."
Trellway, take over the front of the house.
Dank Ferric.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find show updates at linktree/The Hydian Way, and you can find me, Ben, on the socials at Deuterium Ice.
You can find me, Erica, at goodwitchstudios.com and linktree/Erica Goodwitch.
You can find me, Zach, at linktree/Tales of the Outer Rim.
You can find me, Henry, everywhere as at SimDisorder with one Y and one I in that order.
You can find me, Joy, on the Other Place podcast, season 2 is Solana, and live on twitch.tv/truthfullyme2, playing a variety of games.
And we're all at thehydianway.com, where you can find previous episodes and previous seasons.
You can find more episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing.
You can holocom us at heroes@thehydianway.com, and you can find merch at tpublic.com/user/thehydianway.
If you like what we do and want to support the show, you can find us at patreon.com/thehydianway.
Or you can send the team some calf at ko-fi.com/thehydianway.
Now, XP distribution.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. So, we're running the base of 10 for just what I give out. Then for everyone, I'm going to give another 5 to. because I can come up with things of my own to say for each and every one of you for the call out moments tonight. So I'm going to give 5 XP of my own, plus the 5 that y'all can give out.
Ooh. Thanks, Ben.
Yay, thank you. We'll see if I live long enough to use them.
I mean, you're not the first character to have fallen from medium distance and survived.
Oh, I'll find a way to keep you alive at least.
At least long enough for Norin to yell at Isabel.
When I told you about the Jedi, I didn't mean to go jumping off buildings.
I can't wait for the conscious discussion after this.
Oh yeah, that'll be amazing.
I want to give my extra points to Shen. Because
Rats.
there's so many moments, but like the whole fact of like he's like, all right, I'm just gonna cut his tail off, like just nonchalant, like, oh okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I just love that whole thing, even though he's failing, like epically failing. Like I think it's great. I love that whole bit.
I'm giving my 5 to Norin for keeping Shen in line and on task. Because
Thanks.
No, it was good. The interactions are great.
I want to give mine to Kedra for the eventual heart attack that Norin is going to get to have.
Norin and Isabel and everybody else.
Am I allowed to give 5 to myself as a reasoning to keep for
I-
all of you to
I-
keep me alive?
I do.
Don't let it go to waste. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I am sitting here like, wait a second, if
I like Isabel, like how she can fly now.
Kedra gave her points to Shen, Shen gave his points to Norin, Norin gave their points to Kedra.
Yeah.
So that was a closed triangle. Whoops. On the other hand,
captain. I'll give mine to the captain then for captaining so well that she jumped out of a building.
On the other hand, I like Isabel could get my points because of the. We'll just not tell Norin about that. We'll keep that from Norin as long as possible.
Don't tell her.
And at very least, for having to live with the sight of what happened at the end of Kedra's barrel.
And you know what? I'll complete the square because I wanted to give it to Kedra for following Captain's orders flawlessly.
Oh.
Because it was taken care of, and as honestly, who's gonna know?
It's true.
Currently, 3 people know, and none of them are gonna rat out. Well, Kedra might
2 of
brag.
them are currently in critical condition.
Yeah, like
It's true. This
Kedra
problem
can
could be
roll it,
solved real soon.
right? Hey, that number can drop to 1 real fast.
Real fast.
So,
Oh, gosh,
in
you
a
guys are
roundabout
awesome.
way, we've all got 5 XP.
Yes.
There's so
For a
many.
total of 20 on the day.
You guys are so awesome.
You know what that means, everybody.
You're so awesome too. You know that, right?
No, that's okay.
Intimidating. Rank 2.
Perfect.
XP bank of 50.
Did I say spy? I meant medic.
You did say spy. Yeah.
Medic.
So the,
That's okay.
Freudian slip
Medic.
there.
Uh-huh.
A Toydarian slip? No, I don't know what that is.
On the other hand, it's not a long range fall. On account of that gets you a crit plus 50.
Oh, this is about to be entertaining.
Oh, that is funny. You say that's ominous, and I hear thunder.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's ominous. Okay, let's keep going.